Guruji, can you please answer the question what the sound Om means that's related to the Hindi philosophy?
Hari Om. Lydia, you have asked the question about Om. First of all, Om is not a part of any alphabet of any language in the whole world. It does not belong to any particular, we can say, either Hindi, English, Spanish or any language. It is a symbol. Om is a sound from which the whole creation is evolved. If we talk of the modern science, what physics has confirmed, or they are saying how the universe is created, they say it is created from a Big Bang. So Big Bang theory of creation of the world is well known to all of us. One of the physicists in Washington University in America, he is trying to collect the data from NASA, European space, Russian space and various other, and he tried to produce or reproduce the sound of Big Bang, that how this universe came, from which sound. And it was a big surprise when he came out with the results. That sound is exactly matching with the sound of Om. If we listen to that sound, what he tried to reproduce is matching with the sound Om. Another beautiful thing started happening when we are playing the sound Om on the screen. When we see how this music is being screened on the screen, also we see the waves, they also start making the symbol of Om. This is a powerful sound which has created and sustaining the whole universe, and which has been accepted. This Om word or Om sound has been very well accepted by all major religions of the world. In Hinduism, they say Om is the beginning of the universe. In Islam, they say Salam or they say Amin. In Christianity, they also say Amin. And in Jewish, they say Shalom. These differences might be because the masters, when they realize this sound, because of their language, they might have come to that conclusion which is very resembling with the sound Om. And Om has been stated in ancient scriptures, sometime dates back to 10,000 years or more. It is mentioned in most of the ancient scriptures in India we are finding in here. They are mentioned in Vedas, Upanishads and many more. So manuscripts, wherever we are finding in. So how this sound Om was given to the mankind is the greatest gift of the great yogis, Maharishis. They were great enlightened scientists. They found after their great research that from where this whole universe is coming and then again dissolving, evolving, dissolving. In Sanskrit they call it Lay Pralay, Lay Pralay. Then they say that this is the sound which is sustaining, which is the main base of all these whole creation. Then they call this sound as soundless sound. As a supersonic jet flies from our head, we are unable to hear the sound of that aeroplane. But there is a sound. It indicates that our ears are limited. They have no capacity to hear that sound of supersonic jet. Similarly, our eyes cannot see something beyond the walls. Our eyes are limited, our ears are limited, our senses have a limited capacity. But something beyond these senses. Then they said that this sound Om is beyond the senses. This sound Om is unstruck sound. This is also called as soundless sound, because our senses cannot hear this. It is beyond that. The great Bhakti Yogi Nanak says that when you are totally silent, total silent means in Sanskrit we call it Maun. When you are totally observing Maun, you can start hearing this sound. And he says that this is the only sound is at par with the existence. It is the existence. He says very clearly in his very simple language, Ek Omkar Sat Nam. Means that is the only name which is the name of existence, which is the name of Supreme Consciousness. He has declared very clearly. All ancient scriptures, if we list them out, they may be running into hundreds. They all enlightened masters, rishis, they were giving these great scriptures to mankind, not just the theory. After they used to experience that sound, they used to give these great findings to the mankind. And it is very simple. You just be silent from inside. Don't talk in the mind. Don't talk from the lips. No physical talk, no mental talk. Just be present. And you start hearing that sound. You start listening that sound, not through these ears. Many of my students, they experience these sounds. Whenever we are guiding them, whenever I am telling them some detail about that and then giving them some techniques, how we can hear that sound, they very clearly listen this sound. Then it becomes an evidence that what scriptures are saying, what the ancient books are saying, what ancient texts are describing is actually happening here. These are the practical experiences witnessed by many of my students. So this is very clear. It is called unstuck sound. Whereas the science says unless until two things hit together, like simple clapping, we need to put these two palms together to find the sound, to get the sound. Vocal cord, they are also having the vibrations together, hitting together, the sound is coming from our mouth. But this sound Om, it has a no stucking two things together. It is called as unstuck sound, which is one of the very biggest surprise for the principle of science. But at the same time, science also says that sound is energy. They have accepted it, that sound is energy. And sound is energy but without weight. Now there is no weight of it, but it is very powerful. One thunderbolt, one sound can destroy something very big without doing anything. Then certain frequency when we are seeing in, it can crack the glasses. Certain frequencies of sound can collapse the bridges. Certain frequencies of sound can make a person mad. So these are the sounds. Similarly, when we are speaking ordinary from our mouth, scientists have found out it produces the vibrations approximately 170 vibrations when we ordinarily talk with each other. At the same time, when the small birds are chirping, twittering, a small bird, their vibrations are almost 500 vibrations. And the same time, when a certain sound of Om, it is produced, it produces more than 740, 748 or 777 vibrations, which is very at par with the vibrations of our solar system. Scientists confirm this. And when you are chanting this sound Om continuously, it starts healing many of your ailments. Many of imbalance of your mind, your body, your system start getting into the zone of balance. Because we stop fighting against the energy. We start synchronizing within or with the energy. So start healing. Health, total health means no resistance, no fighting against the energy, against the flow of energy. On the contrary, total health means flowing in coordination, cooperation and synchronizing in the flow of energy. So this sound Om is a powerful sound which is omnipresent. Not a single square inch in the whole universe is the place where we will not find this sound. Otherwise, how this universe can be created? It means if universe has evolved from the Big Bang, it means that Big Bang sound is everywhere present. And this sound is so beautiful. When you are speaking any name, either your personal name or any place name, you will be using either your lips or your tongue or the roof of your tongue or your teeth. But when you start speaking the sound Om, you need not to use the parts of your mouth. Sound start coming first from your belly, from your chest, from your heart. Slowly it starts spreading into the whole body, and a stage comes when the sound may start feeling from the whole world, whole universe. That all start making something unique for you, very special. So this sound is not limited. This is unlimited sound. Whenever this sound is produced by you, ultimately it starts matching with the frequency of the universal sound. Like a small example I often give, how you match the frequency of a radio. When the radio is matching the frequency, it starts catching the vibrations and signals from the radio station or the TV station, because you match the frequency. And we cannot see those frequencies through these naked eyes. Similarly, this body is a powerful receiver as well as powerful transmitter. So when you start chanting sound Om, Om, the moment you chant the sound Om, it has got 3 syllables, known. 4th is unknown. A, O, M. So normally there is also question how to recite the sound Om. There are many variations available. At least 64 variations and combinations how one can chant the sound Om, how one can get connected with the ultimate sound of consciousness. This is a sound of consciousness which starts from your body consciousness and is capable of taking you to the ultimate soul consciousness or ultimate supreme consciousness. So body consciousness to soul consciousness is possible through this powerful chanting of the sound Om. How to energize yourself to match with this frequency of universe? How to get connected? Beautiful possibilities are residing within our system. You start chanting, take the guidance or help from the master who knows these things. These are wonderful experiences. You just get connected and then you are one with the universe. You become one with the consciousness. You become supreme consciousness. The way I say, it is called a dissolution. The dissolution happens when you are dissolved, the drop is dissolved to the ocean. This dissolution is very simple. Simply when you are chanting Om, the individual drop is going into the ocean of consciousness. You become consciousness. That is to be realized, that is to be understood, that is to start with a certain practice. First you do, later on when you stop doing, it start happening. Merging start happening. Adi Shankaracharya has given a powerful, very small Yoga Taravali. The name of his scripture is Yoga Taravali, which I translated both in English and Hindi and described. Only 29 shlokas he has given, where he says that Nad Anusandhan is ultimate, in which you can realize the ultimate connection with the cosmic supreme energy, cosmic consciousness. Nad Anusandhan means the research, the evolution, the description of Nad. Nad means sound in Sanskrit. So once you research and analyze this sound, you get connected, you get dissolved. He says that this dissolution is one of the best dissolution one can do. One can have the ultimate purpose of this human life. That is why before beginning of any yoga session or any good auspicious work when you do, normally chanting Om is recommended. Even if you are suffering from some problems in your life, regularly start chanting sound Om. It is pure science, ultimate science of whole creation, whole universe, existence, which has been accepted repeatedly by all the masters of the world. Thank you very much. Om Shanti.